Welcome back to my channel. Today is our first official video after the introductory video that I'm sure that you have already checked and made fun of me. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Today our hot topic is cryptocurrencies. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, understanding the complex hash crypto mechanisms. I'm just totally kidding. No, we're gonna break it down in very simple terms. So staying true to my channel, people can understand what cryptocurrency really is and how it can be used in your day-to-day life as well as financial planning. In today's video, our main topic is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a fancy name for a digital means of transferring funds from peer to peer or friend to friend in simple terms in a secure manner. Our video would be divided into 4 portions today. Firstly, we'll try to understand what is blockchain. Secondly, we'll focus on the biggest cryptocurrency in the market these days, namely Bitcoin. Afterwards, we'll move on to the old maxim in cryptocurrency, not your keys, not your coins. And lastly, as part of our every video going forward, I'll be talking about a ticker that we will follow as we go along and see how it performs over time. When I first heard about terms like blockchain and Bitcoin, they were so abstract that they stopped me from investing in them. And I truly feel that a lot of people that I talk to, when they ask me about cryptocurrencies, the problem often is that they don't want to invest in it because they can't really understand it. When you have a physical gold bar, you can touch it and show it to your friends. It's a shiny rock, it's only in limited supply, and it's always been a store of value for generations. However, when you have a new cryptocurrency that you don't truly see or hold, it is a very novel concept. When I was learning about things, it was really important for me to simplify them and break it down. Another way of looking at it is explaining things to dummies. I used to love those books, or explaining like I am 5 years old. So moving to our first important bit of trying to understand what virtual or cryptocurrencies are is to explain what a blockchain is. When you think about blockchain, people just lose sight of the bigger picture. Like myself, I was guilty of this. I thought blockchain is some complex computer engineering mechanism that I could have no hope of understanding. However, when I visualized it and applied it to a real life situation, it became very, very simple for me. And my hope is that today with this video, you get to understand what a blockchain is. It doesn't matter if you are interested in investing in cryptocurrency or not. It would be a good idea to understand what a blockchain does because it's pretty cool concept and technology. In order to understand blockchain, I'm going to use the example of my 3 really, really good friends and in a very real life scenario. So we'll take three guys here, Ricky, Imran, and Nitin. By the way, as an aside, if you have a friend named Nitin, don't save him in Siri because Siri would never ever pick him up. So in my phone to this day, Nitin is saved as Newton. And I think it's very cool because he is studying or training to be a software engineer. So it's very applicable name. So coming back to blockchain, Ricky, Imran, and Nitin are having a night on the town. They have just finished a busy work week and they're going out. And at the night takes some unexpected turns, and Ricky and Nitin end up losing their cash or losing their wallet. So they are relying on the ever responsible Imran to pick up their tab. In order to understand blockchain and make it very simple, I'm going to give each of them 2 Bitcoins in their wallet that they started the night with. You can call this 2 tokens, you can call this $2, whatever makes it easier for you to understand. So each of them have 2 tokens of value in their pocket when they go out. However, since Nitin and Ricky have lost their wallets, Imran is picking up the tab. It is an expensive night because they end up spending 3 Bitcoins on their night out. I would want to know the details, but that's besides the point. Next day, when the hangover's over and a bad one at that, Imran gets Ricky and Nitin to settle their tab. In order to settle their tab, they have to send Imran 1 Bitcoin each, or 1 token each. Now remember, they had 2 Bitcoins each to begin with. So both Ricky and Nitin transfer 1 Bitcoin over to Imran. This Bitcoin transaction that happens gets recorded on a block. So not only does this transaction of value that they're sending gets recorded in this block could just be a sheet of paper, like a ledger. So I'm going to introduce the term ledger here, but it could be a piece of paper that records this transaction. But in order to understand blockchain, it's being recorded on a block. 1 Bitcoin moves from Nitin's wallet to Imran's wallet, gets recorded on a block. The block also records how much Bitcoin remaining is there in Nitin's wallet and what Imran's wallet has gained. So in this case, Nitin has 1 Bitcoin left and Imran now has 3 because he started out with 2. We'll ignore the part that he paid 3 the night before. We were just to make it very, very simple. Now, this block is 1 transaction. Ricky then decides to send Imran his portion of the Bitcoin or the bill. So he sends him another Bitcoin. Now this gets recorded into another block. Now after this block, Ricky has 1 Bitcoin left and Imran has 4 because he has gotten 1 from Nitin as well. But Nitin also has a copy of this block and he sees that Ricky only has 1 Bitcoin left. These blocks are interlinked to each other in a chain or in a sequence. That's how they record information, becoming quote unquote a blockchain. So these blocks that are recording this transaction are called a ledger essentially for this example. And this ledger, it's a public ledger. So Imran has access to it, Ricky has access to it, and Nitin has access to it. This is a secure transaction record that all 3 of them have access to, even when one of them might not be directly participating in the transaction, such as when Ricky was giving Imran his Bitcoin. Coming back to our example, Ricky had gone on a few other nights out with Imran and forgot to pay him. So Imran's like, since you're sending me this 1 Bitcoin, you also owe me 2 Bitcoins from past 2 weekends. Why don't you send them over? Ricky says, okay, that's all good. I'll send you over 2 Bitcoins. The problem though is, as you know, he only has 1 Bitcoin left. So when he tries to send those 2 Bitcoins, that transaction get declined because Nitin has access to Ricky's possession to wallet, and he knows that Ricky does not does not have 2 Bitcoins. And the same happens to Imran. So that transaction gets declined, ensuring the integrity of the system. So if you look at this whole mechanism right there, that is essentially what blockchain is. Now things get interesting when you add other concepts into it. So I want to make sure we understand this base model. So we have blocks or records of transaction that not only tell us what each individual owns, but also is a record of what has preceded. So nothing could be out of sync. It's all linked together. And it's a public ledger, so people have access to it, making it incorruptible that way.